CHGO Bears Wednesday is here. We are presented, as always, by PointsBet. Use that code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. And we have an update. Limited, but present. Welcome back, Adam Hoge.
I'm happy to say I sound a lot better than I did Sunday. I'm still not 100%. I can't really talk as loud as I normally would, but we're making progress here.
Huge progress. Good to see you. I was betting against you.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
I was. You know better than that.
I was in straight paranoid, paralyzed vocal cord. Dan McNeil, George Hoffman, Chicago radio legends that have had what I thought you might have, which you don't have. Thank the Bears heavens that you're back and we're ready to roll, and we're going to get into your tier breakdowns, and we've got some interesting stuff out of Jacksonville on the back end of the show about people going to therapy for the Jaguars. So I'm wondering if there's Bears therapy out there. And this whole red thing today was not scripted.
Well, you're officially a member of CHGO, and you've dressed the same as the co-host accidentally. This has happened.
Let's be honest, you're not actually dressed the same. You actually wore a different shirt, luckily. I mean, I feel like there's nothing worse than wearing the exact same shirt.
But Nick and I did this a bunch over the summer by accident, where we both wear a black shirt, khaki shorts on the same day, or although his shorts were always managed to be shorter than mine.
Wow. Yeah. You have great,
well, he had to show off the fact, he goes to the gym every day.
I mean, you've got great legs. I think you look fantastic.
Thank you.
But I didn't go short. I went professional jean look, if you will. And
it's great to not sound like John Fox anymore, I do have to say.
Or Barry White, as Torian says.
Barry White. I did for 48 hours. It was really weird. I would just like all of a sudden start talking about Gidget the monkey, and I would have this urge to challenge plays wrongly and call timeouts at weird times. And
we don't want to do
that's
that.
gone.
We
talk about my boat in Marco Island.
You used to have a boat and you sold your boat, just for the record. I want that on the you were
I
like
still have a boat.
You
and
do?
I still live. I go to the lake all the time.
Okay. No, we don't need to talk.
I'm not John Fox though with the yacht and Marco.
Okay.
Was the point I was
Do you have a boat or a canoe?
No, I have a speedboat that goes fast that you can have fun on.
Never been invited. Lawrence, you ever been invited?
No, of course not. No, but he did do a stream once from the lake house, and it was, he was outside. You could see boats in the background.
Who wants to be invited to Hoge's boat before I get invited? Hit it up in the trunk. Hit it up in the chat. I would love to be invited to the boat. Hey, CHGOLocker.com. I was actually on it today, and I purchased that damn shirt. That is my first.
It's so beautiful.
My first CHGO T-shirt purchase. You've got like 7 of them, maybe 10. I don't know. But that I went.
Did you use the employee discount? I hope they told you about the employee discount.
I did use. I did use the discount. Thank you very much. Which there is benefits of working. I still paid money for the shirt team. We don't get them free. So but yes, working here we do get a little bit of a benefit. But I'm in, and you should jump in onto that. That shirt is straight iconic, and let's go 2-0, baby, and figure out what the sweet shirt is going to be next week too. Damn it, winning up in Lambeau.
High level of frustration.
We also have this shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
And now I'll just say this for anyone watching the YouTube stream. There's links to both these shirts in the video. You can see it underneath the video.
The description right below.
Yeah, go for it.
Click on the link. This one almost flew under the radar. It's really good as well. We dropped it on Sunday after the win, and then we came out even better with the turnaround on the quarterback slide thing going on there.
That was a quarterback? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done. There's been word of.
Before we get into it, do we want to get into the tailgate? Should we talk about the tailgate?
Yes, let's just talk about the tailgate.
We're kind of wrapping all kinds of CHGO things. Let's get into this.
So I actually was at the tailgate location yesterday, just dusting up, and put out a little video. The actual place that we're doing it was locked, so I couldn't get in. But coming up on September the 25th, a week from Sunday, 8 a.m., you will be able to get in, and we would love to meet you. It would be awesome to have you out there. And by the way, $34 for all you can eat and drink is a straight steal.
Wow,
that is.
I don't know who came up with that number, but
I was gonna say that is a Jake Flanagan.
I mean,
I mean,
could have doubled it.
Payton, just poll right there for the price. I'm glad we're making our prices based on. I mean, we could have pulled Urlacher, and people probably would have spent 51 for the same deal.
Yeah. I was going to suggest maybe like Tevin Jenkins or something. Hampton. Let's go.
Just know that we.
Did I just say 51 for Urlacher?
You did.
So my brain's still not working. Right?
I
can't blame that on the voice. That's obviously 51.
And that's a bad,
54. I just did it again.
That's a bad job in my seat. Was clearly not listening to. You said Urlacher, and I just went.
Carm, I have been used to that for so many years now.
I'm
just saying things and knowing that you weren't even listening.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm the rest of this show, if nothing else, I'm gonna be right here on literally every single thing you say. Urlacher 54, Buck is 51.
Yes,
Hoge's back in the building. The location is sweet. $34. Nobody priced that to make any money on you. We just want to hang out.
It's an incredible deal.
So come on out, and even if you're not going to the game, there's a zillion bars in the area. I got my condo or whatever's right down the street. I got to come do the show, but maybe I'll give somebody keys if they want to go hang out.
Just gonna let people go in your condo while we're here.
I mean, as long as you watch the show, I'm down with it. It's not exactly the most luxurious place on the planet, but if you need help, I'm here for the team. Damn it. But all right, should we move on to?
We should jump into some football.
Yeah. So you did your rewatch. You've got your tiers. You've got your grades. AllCHGO.com.
Let me just say, thank goodness for Twitter, because my fingers still worked the last couple of days. Thank goodness for our website, AllCHGO.com. The newsletter came out this morning, Bears things, because I really enjoyed watching the show Monday that you did with Kevin, and Corey Wooten was great. But I was having FOMO.
We missed you, buddy.
I had so many thoughts that I wanted to get out after rewatching the game. And so anyway, got it all out. The Hoge Bears Things newsletter came out this morning. If you're still not signed up for that for some reason, you can get it at allchgo.com. You do have to be a member for that. But
sign me up, baby.
If you're not a member and you've been on the fence, well, great time to sign up and get the free shirt, because we got 2 great new options for you if you want to do that. Anyway, was able to at least get some film, some videos out there on Twitter. So couldn't use my voice, could still use my fingers.
Well, I'd like to start with and shout out to 76, Tevin Jenkins, who I did not realize in the moment, did not realize until I guess you put it out there and then somebody stole it from you and I saw it that way. But regardless, that Tevin Jenkins is out there decking Nick Bosa and then running downfield and doing more blocks, not loafing, and looking like, I don't know, a Pro Bowl offensive lineman.
I loved that play.
Okay, so to be fair, that is the most vulnerable position you can be in as a defensive end. He's getting blocked by Larry Borum, and another giant man just comes over and pops you. Was still fun to watch, though.
Yeah, but it's about that then following up with that and continuing the play.
But my favorite part is he still gives him a look. He still looks down on him and stares at him like, yeah, I just did that. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go block this other dude now.
Yeah, you wrote it way too nice. He takes care of his initial responsibility, then turns to pop Nick
because Bosa wasn't his initial block.
I understand. Let me finish what you said. Turns to pop Nick Bosa to the ground, and then you said acknowledges what he just did, versus stood the F over him and said, sit down, Nick Bosa, which is what really happened. He acknowledged, I just did that. It was a little more aggressive than I would, the way you put it. You were. I think you didn't want to make. You didn't want to say like Tevin was being an ass, which he
wasn't being an ass. He was being a badass.
He was being being a bad awesome ass. That was. I get it that it was an easy thing for him to do. Like he was, whatever. Bosa's being occupied, but still, like to have that peace of mind. Like I'm just gonna deck this guy to the ground. That's big time.
It was a good play. Tevin got beat early once or twice. But really, I thought the rest of the game did a nice job. I thought it stood out in the preseason, and it carried over to this game, just how he finishes. There was another play, I want to say it was in the Seattle game that I pulled out a few weeks ago where, he's the first guy 20, 30 yards downfield helping Fields up after he made the initial block at the line of scrimmage. That stuff matters. That's the stuff that on tape coaches love to see, and it really is contagious. In the same way that it's contagious when guys aren't picking up the quarterback last year or not finishing. you feed off that
acting
stuff.
like a complete idiot and getting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that we would see literally every single game.
Yeah. And by the way, they're going to get one eventually here.
Oh, sure.
Cody Whitehair was borderline. I loved how much they back Fields up, but you got to draw the line at some spot. And there was a little bit of pushing and shoving. I thought for sure flags were going to fly. So that's bound to happen, maybe even this week eventually. But as long as it doesn't become a chronic problem, you certainly would rather have those guys backing up the quarterback first.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm not worried about protecting the quarterback going a little over the top, unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm more worried about. I mean, we would see last year, and maybe for 2 years, after the play on defense, completely unnecessary.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Just really dumb. And hopefully we've passed that. You've got your tiers here, and as much as we're underlining Tevin.
Let's talk about Justin first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Justin, and then we'll kind of bring how everyone graded out. And, I think what's interesting to me is my overall opinion on Justin Fields from this game is positive, for sure. Not a lot was going right. One of the things I mentioned in my newsletter is I said this in the moment when we were watching the game Sunday, Carm, was I thought that 12-yard pickup he had, when he had to kind of scramble, use his legs, just get whatever he could. It was the first play out of the 2-minute warning in the second quarter. I thought that was an important play of the game because nothing had been going right at that point. And he stood up and he kind of looked at the ball, had a little bit of swagger going. He plays better with swagger. He needs that. And I thought that was a big play.
Yeah, and in the moment I was like, okay, you don't need to be celebrating. You haven't done anything. We haven't dented the scoreboard. This is still ugly,
And you're right.
And all that's true, but to your point, like that he needs it. It helps him get his mojo going. He's starting to feel like he belongs even that much further out there. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Do it all you need to do it. Own the whole way. You know what borderline impressed me the most with Fields and the three scoring drives in the second half? The throw to Dante Pettis is one thing that he spun out of there, got himself all the time. It's another thing that he was able, surveyed the whole field and, okay, that dude's wide open. But a lot of times you'll see quarterbacks, they will spaz, particularly young quarterbacks, and that ball could be fired and all of a sudden somehow, some way, he misses him 10 feet over his head. Fields is like, that dude is standing there wide open. I've got all day. No one's about to hit me. I can just calmly loft this here. Maybe he'll get to the house. Maybe he won't. We're getting the first down. Offense is moving. So there was composure within the play, just like he's got on the bobblehead there, that it's not a huge deal, but I really liked it.
Well, and there was touch on that.
Yeah, exactly.
The touchdown pass to Equanimous St. Brown, too. I mean, that was a really well-thrown football.
And listening to his press conference earlier in the week as we continue to give all the love to Justin Fields, his explanation, which I can't repeat right now because I'm not as smart as Justin Fields, on why he threw the ball that he did, and he tried to move this defender that way, and this person was doing this, and this person was doing that. You would never, ever hear Mitch Trubisky say something like that. I just got to be better. I don't think he would have. First of all, he wouldn't be trying to move people like Fields is doing and just doing the nuances that I think Justin has. Second of all, I don't think he would truly be able to comprehend exactly what happened. Whereas it was a terrible interception. You're throwing into quadruple coverage. It had no chance. But at least, I thought his understanding of the whole thing made sense, and therefore, hopefully, you will see that less moving forward.
Yeah. By the way, I still have strain in my voice, and
that's why I'm talking
it's
like a
causing
man.
Me to cough. It's just like a tickle in your throat, when you have
little throat tickle.
I got to get the cough button over here.
I know. I'm just like, I need a cough button. So that's what that is all about. Still not 100%, but at least I don't sound like a frog again. Here's the weird thing, though, when it came down to it. So when it came, Fields, I had down for 3, what I call exceptional plays. 2 good plays, 5 negative plays, and then 1 really bad play, which was the interception, which was bad. He clearly just did not see the safety behind the linebacker. They're kind of in the same view, So I think that's what happened. Like, they were kind of in a straight line from the quarterback view. Regardless, you can't make that throw. It's a bad play. So when it was all said and done, he only came out to me as a fringe starter. Even though I thought, I thought he played well. So, but that's why I do this, because over time, like over the 17 games, it all averages out into what it comes together and what I think is a pretty accurate grade. And I think right now that's fair. He is a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL who can still get a lot better. And you love those 3 great plays, which I think the other one I counted. So obviously the 2 touchdowns. The other one was the little shovel to David Montgomery.
Great play.
I feel like that was an underrated play. That happened early on in the game. He's got the whole pocket just collapsing on him, and he just manages to.
Very tight window.
That's the kind of stuff that Rodgers does all the time. That everybody's like, that's why he's the MVP, And it's like, let's give Justin some love for doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, we don't have to give him the love of comparing him to Patrick Mahomes like Byron Pringle did the other day, but we can, but we can give him exactly what you just did. Like that level of play, who does that? Elite quarterbacks. That's who do that.
Yeah.
That was it didn't get a lot. I think it didn't get a lot of love because the Bears offense was so stagnant at that point, and we hadn't seen any like just normal like this is how a quarterback should look moments. But that was big time.
Yeah. Now there's some other moments. He had the ball late to Sean Gibson, former Bears safety, who that should have been picked off. And he had time there. That was just a bad decision.
First screen pass of the game was ugly too.
Now that I would actually put more on the defense coordinator for the 49ers just outsmarted Getsy. That play was doomed from the start. Someone did miss a block there, and the whole time he was off. But that's a situation where Fields had 2 options. Just take a sack on the first play of the game, which sucks. Or you throw the ball, which has a much worse outcome if it gets picked off because it's probably a pick 6. So probably should have taken the sack there. I did mark him down for that. But he was put in a terrible position on the first play of the game.
I love just the vision of Hoge in his wherever you do these things, basement, bedroom, Hoge office, can't speak, with his pencil,
boat,
with his legal
possibly a boat.
Yeah,
there's not a boat in my office.
And just, I'm going to mark you down for that, Justin Fields. That's this, and this is going into my overall grades, which puts him at, what'd you call him? A
fringe starter.
Fringe starter. So,
which is not my opinion on him overall, by the way.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And to get to fringe starter from that first half is actually a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, because it was not good early on. It was not good. So, I feel good about Justin right now. He definitely outplayed Trey Lance, no question. Not really, Can we just also, now's maybe a good time to mention
that thing, that person?
There's a former
clown alert.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I have something.
This is going to be loud. Everybody, if you're listening to the podcast in your car, just turn your volume down just slightly here, so you don't drive off the road.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can turn it back up.
Okay.
So there's a former Bears offensive coordinator. I don't even know if I'm going to blame him for this one. But
he deserves some blame.
It made the rounds. I don't even know what he was talking about. It was maybe the most poorly edited video I've ever seen in my entire life because they're like showing pictures of Justin Fields, and then all of a sudden, they should bring Jimmy Garoppolo back. Which team are you talking about? Are you talking about the Bears or the 49ers?
Yeah, you got to watch the whole clip. That's what I hate about Twitter is that people will make something kind of go viral that's actually not the real thing.
Right.
Just watch the whole thing.
But this is on that organization that did this, and the reason why I'm being vague about it is because this is now twice in 2 weeks that this person and this organization has put something out, just crapping on Justin Fields. Or in this case, I'm not even sure he was crapping on Justin Fields, but the video makes it seem like it. And it just seems like it's an attention grab. Like, because we know the first one got a huge reaction out of Bears fans. And as we've talked about on this show, it's been a national thing that they figured out. If you talk shit about the Bears fans are going to get mad. You're going to get a lot of views and a lot of clicks.
Well, what bothered me the most about what he said, it's like, dude, you've been to Chicago. You were a offensive coordinator here. You had some of the worst quarterbacks going at different points in your tenure. Of course, the Bears traded up to 11 and sent their number 20 pick and the 22 first rounder and the 22 fourth round and a fifth in 21 to try to solve their quarterback issues. That trade, in my mind, was brilliant in the moment. Like the Trubisky thing was like, it felt like, oh my God, we just moved up 9 spots and we got a guy who's playing for national championships and it was unexpected. Yeah. Like that, and for him to say they paid way too much to move up, like what are you talking about? They had to.
Was he talking about Lance?
I don't even know.
Because they gave up a crazy amount to go get him. Like that's why I thought he was talking about Lance, but the video shows Fields.
Yeah,
that's what doesn't make any sense. So anyway, the whole point of that is don't pay attention to it, which is why we're not mentioning what it is. The next time this comes up, just let it go.
Yeah, right. And I do find it interesting, by the way. And you can never tell anybody how to do Twitter, how to do the internet, really how to do anything in life right now. Just stay in your own lane and do you. But we don't need to be this sensitive about somebody having an opinion on Fields or anyone. Like, it's okay. All right, dude. You do you. If that's what you think, that's fine. I disagree.
You know what I would say? 1-0.
1-0 and second year, and what are you not seeing of the potential to come? He had the athletic ability there, the intelligence there, the work ethic there, the respect of his teammates there, his understanding of the game that we're seeing a bunch there. I'm not saying the guy's going to be a top 5 quarterback in the game, but I think it's a very reasonable opinion to think that he's going to be a above average, at worst, middle of the road quarterback in the league, which is something the Bears don't have a whole lot of. So I haven't had a whole lot of. So the quarterback thing, it just feels so much better right now. What also feels good, by the way, is when you make money, and to get a shot at that and support us and live your dream and make your football games more fun. This football season, PointsBet, let's do it. Better way to bet live on games, which means before this actual ad is over, during a game time when I'm reading it at least, you can live the same game parlay. You can bet on the next drive to be a touchdown. You can put some cash on the second half overbet. You can do a million different things to increase your game day experience. PointsBet, you have access to more live football markets than ever before. The live same game parlay is awesome. Plus your favorite bets anytime. Download that PointsBet app today. Sign up with the code CHGO. 2 bets risk-free up to $2,000, which is just an amazing way to make some easy dough. Get it right, and you're cashing in. By the way, if you do have a gambling problem and you want some help, 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services.
Got to live your bet life.
We had some people reach out on Twitter, I saw, that took advantage of our PointsBet offer last week. Mm-hmm. One, on placing a Bears money line bet.
Fantastic.
And then, so they got the free T-shirt by signing up. They got the membership. They got the whole deal. They got the bet on the Bears. They won, and then they took their winnings, and they bought that shirt with it.
Now that.
The sliding shirt.
For free, basically.
I mean, now that is winning. That is living your bet life right there.
Well, it's kind of the same thing with the tailgate where we were giving that one away too. I mean, really.
$34.
Yeah, $34, $51. We if it's not overly clear, we want you to be a part of what's going on here and all that stuff. So
all right.
So thank you.
By far, though, missing the last couple days, the worst part was that I wasn't here yesterday when you had all that Green Ridge Farms meat in here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was
Green Ridge
wonderful.
Farm, local meat and cheese company offering you a better all-natural option. They have the all-natural deli meat, the sausages, and the famous meat sticks. How was all this? I was so mad I wasn't here.
Big fan of the meat sticks.
Oh, you like the meat stick?
Yeah, I said that on a podcast out loud.
So My apologies because I forget who was in here yesterday, but
His name was Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie explaining the level of detail that Green Ridge Farms does on their sausages and everything else, and how the desire to get it to be perfect, the cheddar and jalapeno.
So you were actually paying attention to this? Because it sounds like my guy doing the Arlington Heights details last week that you couldn't believe I was paying attention to.
Yeah, but we were in the 25th row, and they were on stage, and that was like, a lecture hall at the University of Iowa where I was about to fail the class. This dude was right in front of me.
Quest for Human Destiny. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was tough. There were a lot of them that were tough. Psychology degree because I couldn't get into any other part of the university. Would you like to do business? I would. Yeah, you need a 3.0 for that. Okay, well, how about communications? That's a 2.5. Yeah, I'm not quite there either. Why don't we do psychology? But so, at any rate, the attention to detail and the taste and everything, you want to keep going, but Green Ridge Farms is doing some good things, big-time things.
Well, the all-natural meat sticks are hardwood smoked for 8 hours. There's 16 grams of protein per stick, so you get a perfect post-workout snack if you want. They come in the flavors of chicken, Black Forest beef, and flavors like jalapeno, cheddar, and spicy chili. It sounds so good. I can't wait. You can find them at Costco, Sam's Club, and your favorite Chicagoland grocery store. Right now, when you order any 3 meat products at greenridgefarm.com and include a pack of meat sticks in your cart, those meat sticks will be free. Wow. Simply by using code CHGO at checkout.
Eating clean is what they are. This is not.
I gotta tell you, so the meat sticks. I'll say this: that you could eat them just right out of the package because they are pre-cooked. But we threw them on one on the grill. Oof.
Yeah, that was a good.
With the
here's them cold. Here's them not cold.
Chipotle mustard.
It was a good day in here yesterday. Not gonna lie. Although I lost to Lawrence in ping pong.
Yeah, that's right. That happened.
Which was painful, and we don't need to talk about that, but it hurt. Yes, Hoge.
Do have some news coming out of Halas Hall right now. We will check in with Nicholas Moreano for the latest, but according to all the reporters there that are in the building, the Bears have placed Alex Leatherwood, the offensive lineman they acquired from the Raiders off of waivers, on the non-football illness list, and he's going to be out at least 4 weeks because of this. Matt Eberflus, this is according to Larry Mayer, said he's optimistic Leatherwood will return. And to fill that roster spot, the Bears re-signed Michael Schofield. So he is back on the active roster.
Good for Michael Schofield getting back in here, I guess. But
kind of a step back for Leatherwood. He was inactive this week. They're certainly trying to get him up to speed anyway with the offense and stuff.
Do you have high hopes for Leatherwood?
Yes and no. I mean, I understood why the Bears made the move they did, but I'm glad that they're taking this approach and not rushing things. I think that he's clearly somebody that needs to be developed more than the Raiders just throwing him out there. I think he's more of a guard than a tackle. But now he's going to miss some time, and that sets him back. I mean, he's kind of like N'Keal Harry, a former first-rounder bust. I think Leatherwood's got a little bit more potential because this has only been a year. I mean, he was drafted a year ago. Harry struggled for 3 years.
Yeah, and he also struggled with Belichick, which makes it even a little bit more of a unlikelihood, I would think.
Well, yes and no. I mean, some guys just don't click with Belichick, and that's fine. And some guys have their careers, resurged by going to.
I like N'Keal Harry's attitude when he came in here, but I was more excited when they went ahead and brought in Alex Leatherwood. I thought seeing something that the Raiders, which wouldn't surprise me, were missing, an upper level talent guy, first round draft pick in his second year. I was feeling the Leatherwood, so I hope that we'll see him at some point this year.
Also, Eberflus saying that Lucas Patrick will serve as the Bears' honorary captain against the Packers, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's his former team. As long as that doesn't just continue to the point where, like, Bruce Irvin, who had been on the team for like a week and a half, was the honorary captain against the Seahawks last year.
Yeah.
That was when the Bears didn't have captains, and by the end of it, Nagy was just like, who do you used to play for? Oh, okay, you used to play for the Seahawks? Cool, you're the captain this week.
Yeah, and it's yes, you're playing your former team for Flus, and this is not a Nagy situation, but it's also like you are.
This is well deserved. I thought Lucas Patrick could have been a permanent captain.
Right. That's where this dude was headed if he hadn't gotten hurt.
But again, it brings up this conversation that we had last week. How do you handle the offensive line? Can Lucas Patrick snap this week? Yeah. Ideally, you want him at center with the way Tevin Jenkins is playing. But if he can't, are you continuing this rotation at guard?
Well, what was it? 28 snaps for Jenkins, 26 for Patrick, roughly. If my memory's on there. You grade. How did you grade them both out?
Well, Jenkins was very good. He was on the long-term starter tier, which we're about to go through here in a minute. Is that stuff ready, Lawrence? We don't have to do it right now.
Oh, it's ready.
Okay. But let me answer the question on Patrick real quick. Sorry, let me scroll down. Number 62. Graded out as a starter.
Okay.
Yeah, both played well. I had no problem with either one.
I mean, this is a little unconventional what they're doing, but
it is.
But if it's working, I'm not going to lose any sleep over a little rotating guard action myself.
But it's better when you actually, when you say you got two players in one position, you don't really have one. In this position, I don't know, it kind of seems like they do have two.
Yeah, and let's remind ourselves that Tevin Jenkins has been battling some multiple, maybe it's just the back. We don't exactly know what injuries, but he hasn't been healthy, and so maybe it's a good thing long term that he's not out there for the entire game right now. I don't know. And also if Patrick can't snap the football, well, getting him on the field, I don't know. It seems like they actually kind of split the baby in a good way here. I have one thing.
Is that a saying?
I split the baby.
I think it worked. I mean,
that's a weird thing to say. That's very Games of Thronesy. That's right. I said that.
I've never watched Games of Thrones.
Me neither.
Game of Thrones?
It's Game of Thrones, but I just was pluralizing everything.
It's a classic Chicago move right there.
Can I
go to the Jewels later?
Indeed.
Yeah.
I want to shout out CHGO just for one for my what I was thinking about last night in bed, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Here we go.
This sounds weird, but okay.
Help me out here in the chat if you're with this, like, because you coming over here and being the new guy on campus, if you will, splitting the baby. It just dawned on me, CHGO, we're taking the I out of Chicago. It's not about I. It's about we. It's about team.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm listening to a Tim Beckman rant right now.
Oh man,
Oski wow. What did he say? We're taking the I out of and the A, but just and
another C.
But just for this focus, just we're taking the I out. It's about team. What do you think? Yeah. Laying in bed last night, we take the I out.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Lawrence, come with me. Taking the I out.
I'll split the baby on that one.
Thank you.
Give you half credit.
Yeah.
I can almost do this. I don't know if the microphone will pick this up, but we'll try.
We use the word Oski.
That's good. God.
That's good.
Ready to go on my computer.
That's good creative productioning. No I in CHGO. Damn it. Let's go.
Okay.
Here we go.
We listened to each other. I'm with you. It's not about just my thoughts. It's about being together on a show. No I in CHGO.
Okay.
You can go.
Well, I'm glad we're back together.
I don't like.
Where was that going? Where did that come from?
You got me excited.
He's splitting the
about
baby.
Jenkins and Patrick and those two togetherness, and there's no I. It's we're all in this together. Bears offensive line. Let's go. However it works. Flus, I'm with you. You're getting creative. So are you, Getsy.
We're just happy you're thinking about us when you're laying in bed.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Doesn't that make you feel good?
Yeah,
in some weird way.
It feels great.
Damn it.
All right, let's get to the grades. I don't know if we're going to do this every week, but we can. I think it makes sense.
Sure, why not?
By the way, Rap Sheet reporting. It says, my understanding is Alex Leatherwood has mono.
Well, that sucks.
There you go.
You know this better than I do. He's got some agent coming to him and telling him that. How does he get that info, if you had to guess? How does he know that he's got agent mono?
What you just said.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
He sees on the press conference, Eberflus just said this, text.
Mono.
Done.
out Twitter.
Out 4 weeks.
I make millions of dollars. Done. Okay. Well, love the life. Congratulations.
All right. Let's take a look at the top tier. We had a few guys come out on this top tier. Overall, very good game for the Bears. Obviously, they won. How about Dominique Robinson, though? He played well.
Just continuing making the show weird. I am in love with Dom Rob.
Oh, yeah, the Dom Rob love.
The Dom Rob is, I mean, we talked about it a lot, but I'll just talk about it. One arm, one hand, one grip, just throwing Trey Lance to the ground.
With how wet that jersey had to have been and his gloves, you have to be a strong man to be able to do that.
I mean, yeah. And early in the game, I'm feeling all my confidence. I'm just coming out here and I want to stamp myself. Hey, watch this, Trey Lance. Watch this, Bears fans. Watch this, NFL 5th round pick, 174 overall. Let's go, Dom Rob. I freaking love it.
We'll see if he continues.
I mean, he's got him already beating Curse's rookie record for sacks. He's called him Defensive Rookie of the Year.
14.5.
14.5.
Probably not.
I did not say that.
Asking a lot.
Lawrence said that, but
I did not say that at all. You asked what the record was or something like that.
I don't even think I asked what the record was, but whatever. It's fine. 14.5. We're shooting high here, damn it. Let's go, Dom Rob. You got 1.5. We beat the Niners. Up next is Green Bay. 1.5 means he's on pace for
times 17. That would be
17 plus 8.5. Anybody?
Yeah.
That'd be 25.5.
Single season record.
Yeah. That's what he's on pace for. So
okay, settle down.
just
Khalil Mack had like 8 sacks on Sunday, by the way.
Yeesh.
I think he had 3.
And I have been saying that I was anticipating that Khalil Mack would be done because he only played 7 games last year, and that foot injury looks.
Okay, we might. Greg Braggs, by the way, says there's no I in Dom Rob.
There's. Braggs, you like that, buddy. We took the I out of Chicago. You're all about that, Braggs. Team, Braggs. By the way, I made it to the tailgate site, and Braggs hasn't been there. Carm, greater than Braggs. I.
Okay. Tin Pan Dog says hit the like button like Dom Rob hits quarterbacks.
Tim Pan Dog, we love you for that, buddy.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yes.
All right. Also on that top list, Roquan Smith. Got some questions about this because people felt like Roquan didn't play that well. I actually kind of agree in the first half. I did see, I think there was an adjustment to him playing a different position. Some of that play action he had to adjust to, but I only had him down for 1 negative play the whole game, and he was racking up tackles in the second half. So at the end of the game, I thought he played like Roquan Smith plays, right up there as one of the top tier players in the league. Khalil Herbert, the way he came in and gave them a spark, also made the special teams tackle right after the touchdown.
That was.
I showed that to my kids at Carmel yesterday.
That's awesome. I did not realize.
He could score the game-winning touchdown in the next play. He's not begging. He doesn't want to sit down. He wants to go out there and make the tackle on the kickoff. I love that.
So, bookkeeping, 17 plays. He had 9 carries for 45 yards. So, I assume that his special team play counts in those 17 that he was on the field, or no?
They split it up by offensive snaps, too. So, here, if you give me a second, I can pull up the
It's not a huge deal, but I'm just trying to maybe it's even more impressive what he did if some of the plays that he was on the field were on special teams.
He's a big special teams guy. So let's see here. Khalil Herbert, 17 offensive plays, 15 special teams.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
disregard what I just said, but that's regardless. But the point of I just did this. I'm not resting on my laurels. I just got in the end zone. I'm going to go down and help the team here. That is the exact thing that the good old hits principle is looking for.
Yeah, I love seeing that, and so that's good to see. And then Jaquan Brisker, who technically was just a spot below in terms of having tied for the top grade. The top 3 guys that we mentioned all had the top grade. Then Jaquan Brisker was 1 spot below, but that still put him in the blue chip tier. So great debut for to have 2 rookies and another second-year player on that list. It's a good sign. It's a very good sign.
Yeah, and the way you wrote it, like people are not realizing how much young talent is on the Bears.
And honestly, some of it's due to Ryan Pace's draft class last year. Let's give the proper credit there. I think Poles did a good job, but the more you look at this, if Borum and Jenkins work out, Khalil Herbert was in that draft class too.
Yeah,
it's not so bad. Oh, and the quarterback too, Justin Fields.
Yeah, all 4 of those players matter a lot, and that was the beauty of at least the idea that if Jenkins and Borum, it didn't work out exactly as we thought it, or the biggest hope was that one would play left tackle and the other would play right tackle. Now you've got 2 cheap offensive linemen in the cheap Justin Fields rookie quarterback first contract deal, and that gives you a huge flexibility to fill out the rest of the roster. Now all of a sudden you're an NFL team that has the capability of winning the whole damn thing if you do it right. But hey, playing right guard and right tackle, that's a good solution. That's a good development from where they were at. So thank you, Ryan Pace. There you go, buddy. We saluted you today.
Willie with a super chat here asking Dominique Robinson over under 1.5 sacks versus the Packers. I guess we're knocking one of our Sunday over-unders out right now.
Thanks, Willie.
I'm going to say under. I just think, look, I'm all about this Mark Anderson, Dominique Robinson comparison. I'm all about it. But to keep that pace up, come on.
Just get to 1. 1 would be lovely.
Let me check back in on that Willie Sunday when we have a better idea of if the Packers' 2 starting tackles are playing in this game or not.
That and even with that, we just have never had a lot of success getting to 12. It's been a tough guy to get to the ground. But maybe things will change Sunday night.
Our long-term starter tier, bunch of guys came into this tier this week. Tevin Jenkins being one of them. Jalen Johnson being another one. Trent, we got to call him Trent Gill. We got to get it right. The punter had a good game. Armand Watts.
Other than the towel thing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mark him down for that, though, because, first of all, nobody knew that rule. And Cairo Santos took full responsibility for that.
Let's nitpick Hoge for a second here. Why did Jalen Johnson, who wasn't targeted at all, how did he end up on your second tier?
Because that's why.
That's
when you cover well, they don't throw the ball at the guy.
I understand. So, but what did he do wrong that didn't put him in?
In the top tier?
Yeah.
Oh, he had a missed tackle at one point. Keep making me bring this up, huh? I can't keep everything in my head. Actually, I didn't even have him down for a negative play. You could argue that he should have gotten even more credit than I gave him.
Okay.
He did have that outstanding run stuff on that. They tried the end around the Debo coming over. The whole defense just created a perfect circle around him, and Jalen Johnson shot 2 blockers, made the tackle.
Plus, he had the peanut punch.
Really good game. Yep.
I mean, that was a lot of respect shown to Jalen, and we've underlined it, but let's do it again. Yep. That level of turnover. I mean, that's not a ball getting tipped in the air and falling in his hands. That was a very skilled play.
This is a very good tier to be in. This is a you get paid tier.
Okay.
Very good you get paid tier. Eddie Jackson, good game for him. Armand Watts, great pickup, right? This dude was making plays.
I'm hyped on Watts.
He played.
Yes, Willie Beam, and I agree with you. Watts greater than Blackson.
Somehow I lost it already, but Watts played 21 snaps. I think that's going to go up as he gets more and more comfortable in this
I agree.
So
and you didn't. I mean, the Vikings cut him, so it's not. You're just ripping away. You're not making a trade and taking it from him. But you just took a guy, young player, who didn't get a lot of reps in college, who flashed his senior year, who had a very good rookie season, by the way. Certainly showed that he's got capability to play in the league. Coaching change in Minnesota. They don't want to keep him. We need help on the D line.
Yeah. Well,
that's a good job right there.
Look, he wasn't a scheme fit there in Minnesota, though, so I understand why they made that move. But their loss is the Bears' gain, so all good there. Unfortunately, we have to do the bottom tier.
I like the bottom tier.
Blackson got dinged for that offsides. They actually called it on Justin Jones, but if you watch it, Blackson jumped first and Jones jumped because Blackson jumped. That was a critical error and a bad. I mean, you're talking about you're inside the 10-yard line. I think it was 3rd and 3. You gave him a free first down. It's just a bad play. Those are the types of plays. I don't think Blackson played poorly the rest of the game. Didn't make a ton of plays though. So anyway, that's why he ended up there. And then Cairo Santos. I understand with the weather. I think his plant foot slipped a couple times if you look carefully, but it is what it is. Didn't make the kicks. Still got to get dinged.
He deserves the ding.
Got to get the ding.
Look, don't tell me how rocky the water is. Just dock the damn boat. Hoge's boat.
Robbie Gold's extra point went right down the middle. He made a field goal.
Thank you for saying that, because I haven't thought about it that way until this very moment. And I'm not worried about you, Cairo, because you have been just that damn good. But that was rough. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is what you do. You are professional kicker. You deluge, or you get it done, and he didn't end up mattering. So that's I guess at the end of the day, bottom line, a good thing. But at some point it's going to matter. Let's get you back going, Cairo. Let's have you have a big night Sunday night.
Hey, quickly on the Packers. Rob Domofsky, my guy, reporting that Matt LaFleur said Allen Lazard will practice today. So they could be getting Allen Lazard back this week. That's significant.
Sounds like he's back.
David Bakhtiari, interesting little tweet from Albert Breer this morning that was just like, they're getting David Bakhtiari and Elgton Jenkins back this week, even though I haven't seen that anywhere else. According to Domofsky, Matt LaFleur he's less committal on how much David Bakhtiari will do. Okay. So, unless I missed something, at least Albert Breer is under the impression that those tackles are coming back this week, which is a big deal.
We want to beat the Packers at their best, Hogue. Let's get everybody on the field. We're just going to take them down. Let's go.
Yeah. Bears,
Sunday night, Packers. Corey Wooten in studio, pre and post. It's going to be awesome. Braggs will be here, I think.
Yep.
Braggs
will be here. Corey Wooten will be here. We got loaded coverage for you on the big Sunday night game against the Packers.
He also was underlining the missed field goal in the preseason, too. Good call, Braggs. That's I can't get nervous about Cairo Santos, but that's a true story.
Hey, I want to make sure you know that Gametime is the hottest new ticketing site. Makes it easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets to sports, concert shows. If you've ever dreamed of sitting in a seat that you never thought you could, you got to check out the Gametime app. Carm's all over this.
I'm doing it right now. Let's go. You want to go?
I want to know
White Sox now.
White Sox start in like 20 minutes.
You can get in for $6. Ticket price there's a bunch of. Do you want to sit? You want to sit lower level?
Where's Tony sitting? Can I get in the Tony suite?
$3 for the bleachers with the fee. So call it $9 for bleachers. I'll give you the exact prices. I like exact prices. $10. $10 for the bleachers.
That's great. By the way, it's beautiful out. So if you love CHGO, you're going to love Gametime. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link that's in the description on the video right there. Join over 15 million people have downloaded the Gametime app and score the best seats to all your favorite events. Also, we got you covered with everything at CHGO. Obviously, we have shows every single day on every single team. Make sure you're checking them all out. White Sox shows continue to be straight fire right now with everything going on. They're winning. It's good. Just stay healthy, stay away.
Stay away.
Stay healthy, stay away. Make sure you're tuning in to everything we got. And then, of course, allchgo.com for all of our written content, including my Bears Things, which is up right now and available for you if you didn't get it in your inbox this morning, which you should sign up for. You can do that at allchgo.com. All right.
Between home and first base, 10th row, $25 with fees. That's awesome. Okay.
We have Nick or no? Yep. Nick is at Halas Hall. He's ready to go to get us caught up on everything that's been going on in the last hour over there. What's going on, Nick?
What's going on, you guys? Can you hear me? Am I sounding loud and clear?
This is good. You do not sound like you've been swallowed by some type of robot. This is upgrade.
You sound fantastic, you stud, you.
Well, it's because I'm actually using an Apple product, so this is it's kind of hurts me a little bit here. Oh. Yeah, I see your face, Adam. I see your face.
Somebody's got to go to Apple, and everything suddenly works.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it works. I'm glad it does, and I'm here to give you a quick update from Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields' press conferences. So just some quickly here, the Bears did sign Michael Schofield to the active roster this week. Also placed Alex Leatherwood on the NFI for a minimum of 4 weeks. And your honorary captain this week, you guys, is Lucas Patrick. And Matty Rafus was asked about Patrick and why, again, wasn't he snapping? Of course, he was in the cast, but that's the reason why he wasn't playing center. We don't know the timeline of when that's going to change for Lucas Patrick. So still to be determined on Patrick and whether or not he's going to, or when we'll actually see him snap. And of course, with this being Packers week, there are a lot of questions about Aaron Rodgers and how you kind of go about defending a guy, a Hall of Fame quarterback, you guys. You want to have 7 guys in coverage, according to Matt Eberflus. That's kind of what they want to do. You can fill the windows, but with a guy like Trey Lance, you can bring pressure, even though that's not the Bears' philosophy. They're not looking to bring extra defenders. They're able to get to Trey Lance with the front 4. But in terms of playing a guy like an Aaron Rodgers, have as many people back there as possible. And you're not going to really confuse a guy like that, but that's kind of the philosophy that the Bears, their defense plays with, but especially how they're going to approach a Hall of Fame quarterback like Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know why one of these comments just made me laugh. Andre said, "What's wrong with plastic wood?" That's a Herb Lawrence line right there. Where he changes somebody's name to something less good. I love it.
Yeah, and
he's talking about Leatherwood, Carm.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you very much.
Confused look on your face.
Well, I just because he's seen the comment before that from Andre. The show doesn't interact with its listeners. That is Andre.
That's funny. I didn't even see that one, and then I read his comment.
Yeah,
so I don't know about that one.
Look, we're here for you, my friend. Don't hurt my heart. And by the way, good to see the regulars like you, Torian. Appreciate you. Seeing you in here every day. Thank you so much.
What about the quarterback, Nick?
Yeah, for Justin Fields, he had a cool little nugget here at halftime. He said that Luke Getsy came to the locker room with a smile on his face. And we all know how that first half went for the Bears offensively. And when Fields said he saw that, it was like, oh, it just gave us like a sense of confidence because Luke Getsy was confident they were going to turn around, and they put the 19 unanswered points in that second half. But he said that he's a confident guy. It gave the offense confidence knowing that he wasn't dejected from how that first half played out. So that's what he saw from Luke Getsy. And then Fields was asked about Green Bay. What does this mean to him? He said earlier this offseason that he wants to beat Green Bay. And Fields said this game means a lot, this tradition with this rivalry. It means a lot to everyone in this building. And obviously the Bears, they had a competitive first half against the Packers last time they were in Lambeau, but didn't end up winning that game. But he still learned a little bit about kind of the environment that he's going to be in on Sunday night, having the Bears play there last year, knowing that the atmosphere, the environment, and just preparing for what is to come there. And then he was also asked about his philosophy on sliding. And Justin Fields kind of announced this to any teams that they're going to play. Like, I'm going to slide. No need for defenders to come trying to tackle me. I'm going to slide each and every time. And he was telling he has to talk to his boy Trey Lance. Like, hey, maybe you should do the same there because you're taking some hits. But his philosophy: take the slide and live to play another down.
Okay, but so is he happy with his sliding? Because I still feel like, okay, I have some beef with his sliding, actually.
Harm's way.
I like that he's doing it, but he's doing these pop-up slides. Like when you play baseball and you kind of keep, you're almost like you keep your upper body up still, and usually then you push off the base and you pop right up. He's doing these little pop-up slides instead of getting essentially parallel with the ground, which would protect him a lot more. He's still taking these hits.
Right. And please don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I like he's sliding. I just think he could do it better. But obviously, he doesn't think so. He thinks he's doing all right. All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's his philosophy there. He's like, he doesn't want to take those extra hits. But I kind of agree with you there, Adam, where if you make it to where you're not popping up, maybe the defenders are laying off a little bit. But he was also asked right before he left the press conference room, but you're getting those extra yards. He's like, yeah, I know, I'll take them. But he doesn't want to take the hit as well.
Thank you, everybody in the comments. I know it's a baseball slide. It's a baseball pop-up slide. That's what I said. He's playing football. In baseball, you don't have a linebacker trying to take your head off.
And to your point, he's just getting hit too many times doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Seems a little late with these slides.
Yeah, it's a little late too. Anyway, all right. Really good stuff. Nick, anything else?
The only other thing, and Byron Pringle actually mentioned this about the penalties and kind of getting, that free money, if you will. Justin Fields kind of echoed the same thing where if they're getting new life, these penalties, it's all about executing afterwards to make sure that you don't take these things for granted and make the opponent pay for their mistakes. So the Bears are trying to do that each and every time. And, they obviously got a lot of penalties that happened against the 49ers. And for the most part in the second half, the Bears did capitalize on the mistakes of the opponent. And that's kind of the mindset for the team moving forward.
Yeah, those 99 yards are not going to be coming every week, but when they do, take advantage. Okay. Yeah, that was a nice thank you, San Francisco. Way to go. Shout out Kyle Shanahan.
That was a huge factor in the game, without a doubt, the penalties. And more importantly, since this is Matt Eberflus's way, just got to take care of themselves. Just keep staying disciplined. Don't have all the penalties, and the Bears will be fine.
The timing of those penalties, too. Third down, drive over, no penalty, 49er drive extended, Bears score, all that happened.
Nick, I got one more thing for you because and I mentioned this in my newsletter this morning, too. There's a lot of similarities between Lovie Smith and Matt Eberflus. But one of the things that's really stood out to me about the Flus so far is he is not playing up this rivalry with the Packers. Lovie came in right away and was like, we're going to beat Green Bay. And you had Ryan Poles in January be like, we're going to take the North and never give it back. Well, to do that, you better start beating the Packers. You have a 6-game losing streak. You're 5-24 against the Packers since Aaron Rodgers took over as a starter. But it still sounds, Nick, like Eberflus is just treating this like any other game.
He honestly am. That's kind of the mindset from Eberflus. It's like we're going to focus on ourselves. We know what the record is. We know that obviously this rivalry means a lot to, like Justin Fields said, a lot of people. It means a lot to the people in this building. But we're going to focus on ourselves, and that's how he's approached everything so far. So it is obviously what Ryan, Poles said in the introductory press conference. We're going to take back the North, but for Matt Eberflus, we're going to focus on ourselves, and that's how we're going to approach this moving forward.
Can I dissect Eberflus speak for just a second here?
Sure.
I've been here for a minute. We've won one game. You guys won 6 games. Everybody had us in the bottom 3 of the NFL. That's what we were worried about. I'm not going to sit here going into week 2 and tee up the Green Bay Packers like we're on that championship level quite yet. So let's just calm down and get our own stuff together before we start talking about rivalries and championships and NFC Norths.
It's just an observation. It's interesting to me that he's not playing it up.
Do you like it or do you not like it?
I guess I don't care. I don't know. I don't feel strongly one way or the other.
I like it. You have to earn that rivalry.
Sure.
I get they're not there yet. Maybe they'll be there after Sunday.
This is the classic week, though, where he does this all week publicly, and then if they win on Sunday, you get the 2-minute Bears video that comes out on @Chicago Bears, where it's like all about the rivalry, all about how they were going to beat their rivals to the north, blah, 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 blah. This is definitely what's going to happen.
That's entirely possible,
Yeah.
and if he uses it as some extra form of let's try to stamp ourselves that much more early in my tenure / your guys is proving that the last couple of years were partly due to the fact that you weren't coached correctly and or whatever else you want to put it on. Let's go. I'm down with that too. That's fine. But
Nick,
but
we'll let you get out to practice. Good stuff, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, Adam, voice sounds good, my man. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, buddy.
See ya.
Nick and Will will have the show for you tomorrow, the preview show for Bears Packers. Looking forward to that. Make sure you're tuning in. They did a great job with the Week 1 preview show last week, so the Week 2 preview show coming your way tomorrow at noon.
And then Thursday night, Chargers, Chiefs. Watch the game along with me and Carmi V. And perhaps there might be some other people on set. I think
as long as my voice is good, I'll probably jump on with you guys for a little bit.
All right, there we go. We got Hoge Thursday night action.
Looking forward to that game. Yo,
huge game.
The Monday game. I haven't had a chance to talk about this yet.
my and Nathaniel Hackett?
What in the world was going on?
Can't hack it. Dude can't hack it. I mean, what an idiot. Seriously. There is
and it started earlier in the quarter when they had that 3rd and goal and the play clock's running down. Everything looks discombobulated. I get you want to hold on to your timeouts. You have to call timeout there. You have to call timeout there. And he didn't do it then. Then he doesn't use any of his timeouts. And he's trying a 64-yard field goal.
Yeah.
In the history of that stadium, I don't think a field goal's been made over 54.
So I think the Vikings have hit a home run with Kevin O'Connell. It certainly appears that way.
Maybe.
The amount of respect that guy has around the game is enormous. And
True, but Kevin O'Connell wasn't tested as a head coach on Sunday. He didn't have any situational type stuff.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that and I probably should have got there sooner. Kevin O'Connell went and hired a clock management guy.
Yeah.
That is on his staff, and it's on a lot of staffs across the league. Nathaniel Hackett, if you're this bad, if you should know that's a skill gap for you. Like if I could hire an organization person, I would hire them. They would do my calendar. They would do all sorts of, and they would tell me, hey, you need to be at the Bears show meeting today that we had at 11. I showed up at 11:03. Of course, everybody else was late too, so I was okay. But like it's you need the game management guy, Hackett. It's not that you're.
But also, you just need collaboration. Like the way I would explain those situations, at least having not nearly as much experience, obviously, as an NFL coach. I'm not trying to say that, but the way this would go down is like if you're at a debatable field goal spot, I keep track of all that stuff with my kickers, like what yard line, which hash we're on, okay, and then so I would go to the head coach. I'd be like, hey. It's a 50-50 chance this is going in. Do you have a 4th down play that's better than 50-50? And if you do, run the offensive play.
All right. I mean, I don't want to get sidetracked here, but the fact that you're able to reference like what you do on a sideline in high school and extrapolate it to what went on Monday night is just straight.
But my point is, like, if we could do that at the high school level, why can't you do it at the NFL?
I got it.
Oh, my God. My wife was so funny. We're watching this game Monday night, which I give her credit for even sitting there with me. I have no voice. I'm literally screaming at the TV voiceless, if that makes sense. I'm like, you got to have a 4th and 5 play here. How do you not have a 4th and 5 play? And she's like, shut up. Stop talking.
I would have said the same thing.
I know, but.
Yeah.
I was getting so mad.
That one wasn't rocket science, so that's why it was so hard to figure.
It wasn't. It was just common sense.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
So, good. I mean, listen. I saw it in the chat from a bunch of people. Good on the Bears. We got Getsy from Green Bay. They got Hackett. We hired the Flus. They got Hackett. That's win Bears.
There's gonna be a moment here where screaming post game about some decision. All the coaches screw it up. All of them.
Yeah,
at some point.
I'm not.
That was an awful debut.
Right.
What worries me even more than him like freezing at the end of the game and having one awful. It's to me. It started earlier in the quarter when they had the 3rd and goal. I hated it all. I hated it all.
How much did you hate the timeouts on the kneel down?
Oh my God!
Just walk your ass off the field.
Off the field. Yeah. Get away! Like, what are you doing? Like, what is the like outcome there? What, you're expecting them to fumble the snap there? Really?
Well, he's already hoping for a prayer on a 64-yard field goal, so he was hoping for an even bigger prayer that they're going to fumble the snap on a kneel down.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Herm Edwards, that's not happening.
Benny G, there's no I in Getsy. You're making that. Thank you, Benny G. I appreciate you. There's no I in Getsy.
There's no I in Eberflus.
There's no I in Eberflus. There's no I in CHGO. We're all in this together. Damn it! Come to the tailgate. A week from Sunday.
Come to the tailgate. We're going to have to save your sports psychology thing.
What? Really?
Yeah, we got to get going. I got Blackhawks.
We got other shows to do, man. You can't just have. Now you're starting to seem like there is an I in CHGO. We can't just hog the whole day of airtime.
Okay, we'll get it. Whatever. This one is evergreen. It stands the test of time.
It is. It's a good conversation. We will talk about it, especially because I probably need some sports therapy in my life.
We all do.
Right now, I'm gonna shut my voice down and have some voice therapy for the next 24 hours again.
Yeah. When are you next on?
Oh,
You got time, buddy.
I know, but I also have to do Hoge and John's tomorrow. Coach a football game Friday.
Hey, there's no I in Tailgate, as Mick Bacon.
You lose your voice at that football game on Friday night. We're gonna fight. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
I would.
You are not losing your voice on Friday night. You are not.
Rivalry game.
Rivalry game. Carmel versus who?
St. Viator, baby.
Oh, okay.
Just Jared Payton's alma mater. Cole Komet's alma mater.
That's great. Go
Cole
Carmel.
Komet's brother's on the team.
Just know that Sunday's a big day. Packers.
Don't worry.
Bears.
The Voice. There were some other things going on there. The Voice is going to be fine.
Okay.
I've coached many football games. I've never lost it. We're all good. I'm going to go shut up now until 7 o'clock Friday.
Thanks, Lawrence. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you. Love Bears. Split the baby.
Okay, that's it.